No, she's welcome to join my box. Oh, Sir Brian May requested. Sir Brian May just requested. Talia, do you know that voice note that you played on Pearls this morning? What's the date on that? Talia, because with that voice note, if you can prove the date on that voice note of you asking Darren to leave the agency, then you're telling the truth, you asked him to leave. But if you can't prove the date on your voice note and Darren's dates of him saying he wants to leave, do you get what I'm saying? So put it out there. Darren's played yours and Darren showed yours. It's only fair you do it back if you asked him to leave your agency, because then it clears you up with that. Do you get where I'm coming from? So put your voice note out, screen record it, post it on. It doesn't matter, Talia. Doesn't matter if it's illegal. Darren's done it. Darren showed Ricksters. I'd break the law to prove my innocence. I'm telling you now. Get it out.
Sorry, I've got the earphones and they might sound tinny, but Rickster said on mine this morning Darren was the first to ask to leave. That was on mine. I can get me live recording. So I'm going to jump down.
Say it again, Pearl.
Wait there. Give us 2 minutes. I'll jump back up.
A signal's gone. Pearl, if you want to jump back in, jump back in. Guys, can I ask a question? Would you show them voice notes to prove you're innocent? Because Darren's put it out there. Darren's put his voice notes out there, Talia, right? So the police will see it as tit for tat because he's broken the law, showing yours. Do you get what I'm saying? So Darren has no case against you where the voice notes or messages are concerned. Do it back. Then it would be tit for tat, right?
Sorry, John, I had them silly earphones in while I'm cleaning up. What I was trying to say was, Rickster said Darren asked to leave the agency first. He said that on my live this morning. I can download the live replay.
Yeah.
But he said that on mine. So it's obvious whenever these messages, Darren asked first and then it was the message from Talia saying she'd done all kinds of wanting to stay. So it doesn't make... And it was the 6th of January when Darren asked that. And then so her messages just come out. So it's obvious Darren asked to leave the agency first. That's all I'm saying.
Right, okay, but if you was Talia, right, Pearl,
Yeah.
to prove your innocence on who asked who to leave first.
Well, that's why I asked the dates this morning. If she could
Yeah.
have showed her date, Darren's showed the 6th of January, then there's no argument, is there?
Yeah, but Talia's saying if she does it, she's breaking the law. It's illegal.
Well, it wasn't against the law when Rickster showed my so-called messages.
But what I'm saying is, Pearl, Darren's already shown WhatsApp messages and voice notes from Rickster. So if Talia equally shows them back, the police will say it's tit for tat.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But again, if you're getting called a liar and you're not enabling things that's went on, I would be showing them. They don't want him in the agency. They don't want anything. Darren showed his, so she can't get into trouble for showing them.
That's what I'm saying, Talia. Put it all out.
Yeah.
Get your voice note out there.
Yeah.
They really say, yes.
That's all I wanted to say, me baby. Go on then. I'll jump back in the comments.
Thank you, Pearl. Bye, darling. I'd have that fucking straight out, I'm telling you. No, it is illegal for WhatsApp messages because it's encrypted or something like that. Thank you, Marie. So, no, it is illegal, guys, honestly. It is illegal. If you're showing WhatsApp messages, it's illegal. But if I was you, put it out there. Clear your name. To your fucking right, I would. I won't give a shit. I'd ring the police, say, come and get me. I've proved my innocence. Right, let's get back into the video. Get your heartbeats in, guys, please. There's 4,000 people.
It's all too convenient. As I say, I'm like...
Thank you, Shazzy Lou.
Lou.
My box plan.
Just one clicking alone.
About placing nobody that loves the drama, and you are actually using Darren just as much as everybody else for content, and you know you are. So don't come here with the big shot.
See, I have to agree with Talia there, right? I think everybody uses everybody for content. I can't not agree with that because I wouldn't be being honest, right? Everybody uses everybody for content. Facts. When you're on drama side of TikTok, when you're on TikTok, you collaborate, how is it illegal? It is illegal, honestly. Just show encrypted messages. Yeah, so everybody uses everybody for clout content. Facts.
Pedal, high store, whatever the fucking thing it is. When you're high and mighty,
Yeah, let me pause that. So DG, we know DG, for me personally, on UK TikTok is the best content creator on UK TikTok. You can't take that away from him. DG really doesn't need the clout. I will stand by that. He doesn't need the clout, right? But what I'm stating is everybody uses everybody for clout. This app is a clout game. Yeah.
Because you are just as bad as everybody else, if not worse, okay? Because you are compass mentors.
Maybe
You
uses
are
him for
able
content,
bodies, and
but
you
not
have
clout.
used your mods and used everybody, and what you've done to that poor girl, Choli. You're the worst of the worst. So don't you come in here with your high and mighty. And secondly, Darren then, everybody listen to this, Darren's backup that he just made that was with us and he left is now with DG and Choli's agency. So isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
I'll tell you what's funny. I don't have an agency. And you just
Thank you,
spout
Gummy
lots
Bear.
of shit because I don't have an agency.
Okay, you don't have one, but she does. So
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have an agency either.
Darren's back.
Fuck off. This is how we know you just talk wet. You can see the embarrassment on your face.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
How is that funny? Why is it funny that
Right, I've got a few people requesting the box. We're going to get on with the video in a minute. This room is for your opinions. We're just going to get, not everybody, just a few people. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you so much. Whether you're for Rickster and Talia, against, you are more than welcome to join the box and have your opinion. Right, I think you've requested by accident, haven't you guys? Right, so there's Devil's Apprentice. You've had quite a bit to say in the comments. Beth.
Hi, Miss Red.
Hello, darling. So I'm just going to add a few people. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. What's your opinion, darling?
I just wanted to come up, not really for an opinion, but just more for educational. So my son is 10.
Darling, I'm so sorry, darling, but I just want opinions on
No,
the
it's
drama.
to do with my son's got the same condition as Darren. So them
Okay,
saying
sorry.
he's not vulnerable is a lie. They are globally delayed, developmentally delayed, even into adulthood. My son's only 10, so he's not an adult yet.
Okay.
But I just wanted to educate that Noonan syndrome, you are delayed, like for your whole
Okay.
life.
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry for shutting you down.
That's all right.
You know what I mean? But no, thank you for saying that.
But it just infuriated me because they're saying that he's not vulnerable or whatever, but it is a genetic condition the same as Downs would be. So
Okay. Down syndrome, sure.
yeah.
Hey,
Okay, thank you, my darling.
that devil's saying, my opinion on that, you know, right? I've knew Darren for a very long time. I know Darren personally, right? I'm Darren's cousin's ex-girlfriend, so I know him personally. I live in the same town as him. Darren is not vulnerable. Darren knows exactly what he's doing. He's not silly. Yes, he's vulnerable in certain ways, but see his mouth. He knows exactly what he's doing and exactly what he's saying, and that's all I'm saying on them.
And I totally agree that they know
Honestly,
right from wrong. 100%
You do not know
agree
Darren.
with you.
No. Let me just say this. You do not know Darren personally. I know Darren personally. I've been in Darren's company personally, and that cunt, sorry about my language.
No, don't
sorry.
swear, darling, because I'll get a box ban.
Sorry, sorry, I apologise for that. I've got a dirty mouth. Anyways,
Okay.
so what I'm saying is that boy, that lad, He's not a little lad, sorry. He knows exactly what he's done. Tell me to stop it if you want. I know Darren personally, people, right? I have been... Deborah, I have been... I am not a hater either. I've been in Darren's company loads of times. I don't hate Darren whatsoever, alright? But I'm telling you one thing. That man knows exactly what he's doing. That's all I'm warning you, alright? He knows exactly what he's doing.
We get that, and obviously I was in Talia's live earlier, and obviously I did message Pearl, and obviously Pearl handled it very, very well. She did. Obviously,
Yeah.
you handle the situations very well as well. And obviously earlier, Talia, and honest to God, she hands down had threatened someone earlier to burn their house down. Yeah, I know. It was honestly so sickening. And obviously, when Pearl was asking her a certain question, she was avoiding it, which I think is wrong. If you've got evidence to prove whatever it is that you're saying, actually leak it, because at the end of the day, people aren't going to believe you if you do not put the receipts up on this app. Like,
This is what I'm saying.
yeah. Like I don't get involved in drama. I just watch it, to be fair, and half the time I don't even watch. It's stupid. This app has become so blimmin' toxic, and it's like it needs to just go away. All the toxicity just needs to go away. And obviously, I know Talia's saying madness, and I've got it wrong. I don't, because I know exactly what I've heard. And obviously, I've been in Darren's lives a few times. I don't know specifically what's gone on, but I know earlier she had said that Rickster had actually told her to just go along with it. If any cases, if you have the evidence of what he's done, then go to the police about it, because at the end of the day, people who go to the police about this sort of thing, they give courage to other women who are scared to report these things. It's as simple as that. You cannot say that, you know, he's done this and that and not actually prove what you're saying. And if it has happened, then I do apologise for that. That's happened to you. It's not right. But either way, you coming on the app and saying all this and that without any proof, you need to back it up. Otherwise, nobody is going to take you seriously.
Talia's just said in the comments there's 4,000 people that the police are aware. Okay, thank you, Sam. Hello,
Can I
Beth.
just respond to Pinky a sec, Miss Red, and then I'll drop, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
So I don't disagree with anything she said, right? So if that was my son when he's older, absolutely, I would still say to him, your behaviour's wrong, and he knows right from wrong. But medically, he's 10. Age-wise, he's 10, but medically, he's 4 to 5. So it's just that's a fact. Like, I can't change the fact. But does he know right from wrong? Yes. So I totally understand, and I totally agree with what she's saying, that his behaviour's wrong and he knows right from wrong. But, you know, but he is still vulnerable in the sense that he will be delayed.
Right, okay, I've got Pinky in the box.
Go ask Darren. I've not got the proof of this because it was on on my ex-partner's phone, right? I was at the house at the point at the very beginning. I was on the bus and I got a message off of his cousin. Darren is asking me for nude pictures of us two in the act. And yes. Then when I got back in the house, I told my ex, do not say nothing that I'm in here and see if he'll say it again. So then he doesn't think I'm in the house. So he did. He said it again, and then I've piped up and I said, well, you're getting nothing for me and her. And he's turned to do this, says, I didn't want to see you anyways, Jodie. I wanted to see my ex. Now, I wanted to see my cousin. Right, now go and ask Darren if that's true or no, because that was outed 2 years ago. 2 years ago that was outed and no one done nothing about it. Nothing. Darren's been on this app getting bigger and bigger after he's asked for pictures and sexual pictures of me and his cousin.
Oh, see, I remember that.
There we go. And Darren, this is what I've been trying to do, outing him for the last 2 years. So I've taken a step back for the last 2 years because I broke my feet. I jumped out with my ex-partner's bloody window because of the situation that I was in with her. I broke both my feet and I got away from the family because the pair of them just dragged me down. So this is why I've got all this on them. I've got mail on my ex-partner, but I can't say nothing on it because it'll just kick up shit. Sorry about my language again. I'm sorry. Honestly, I've got ADHD and I can't control it sometimes, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I really am, but I'm shaking and everything. I've came onto this, and it's just I'm not the nasty ex. Everybody will go onto Google, type my name in. Yes, I've abused my ex twice, but no one knows what happens behind that closed door. No one knows what she done to me behind closed doors, and I never grasped on her. I went to the police station and I done no comment all the way. I went to court and done no comment all the flipping way. I've got my charge sheet here. Every single piece of charges that I've got is because of my ex-girlfriend. She'd have us locked in her own flipping house, and she wouldn't let me get in my own house, and she would phone the police and get me lifted when I was on a bail condition. Ken what I mean? That family is wrong. 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 That is all I'm saying. And I'm going to drop myself because I could see in the comments, people are saying, drop her, drop her, drop her. Do what you all want. I don't care. There's 4,200 people in this live. I have said this countless amount of times about Darren being a wrong yin, and I have never, like I said, I stopped it all until this. I've just no longer got up myself, and I came onto your live and I saw that you were out, and I didn't even care what's going on. And then I just thought, Ken, what? People are sticking up for Darren. I get it. Darren can be a good guy. He is. He can. I'm not doubting Darren one bit. He's just. There's something about Darren, right? There was a comment that Darren had made. Jodie was my ex-partner was a decoy at one point. A peddler decoy.
Okay.
And Darren actually turned around to his cousin Jodie and says, what would you do if the peddler hunters came to my door? Now, who would comment something like that? Why would someone say something like that if he's not doing something wrong?
I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Right, there we go, people, right? So there's a little insight of Darren fucking Thompson, right?
Darren, because if you swear, I'll kick you from the box. Sorry.
I'm done, right? I'm done. I'm coming off the live. I'm not gonna come and watch it because it's really, really, really getting to me that Darren's getting all this clout.
If it's getting to you, Bab, get out the live.
All this. I've became a better person in the last 2 years, so I'm not even. This is it. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Okay, thank you, Pink.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm dropping. Right, okay. Hello, Beth. Hi, TJ, darling.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Red. Yeah, I've obviously been in Rick and Talia's community for quite a long time now, and I think this Darren situation, it just needs to end. I've seen pictures and messages that he has sent to girls in the Ark, that he has sent to girls in Ricky's chat, that, you know, I've seen evidence of him filming girls. So I think people need to wait for all of the receipts to come out before making an opinion either way. I think people need to stop going for Ricky, because Ricky is a really good person. I know he's done wrong in the past, but he's held his hands up to the things that he's done wrong, which is more than can be said for quite a lot of people on this app.
Beth, can I ask you something then? So the things that sit uneasy with me slightly, and this is more to do with Ricky rather than Talia, because I don't know whether she knew about it or not. But Ricky said from his own mouth that Darren had messaged his daughter when she was 15. And now she's in her 20s. So that's at least over 5 years ago. Yeah. He then said there's a whole list of things. Over 12 months ago, this thing happened with Talia and also the other friend that was at that address there. Whether Talia was sat next to him or on his lap, whatever. He's then paid for people to go with Darren. Darren's then sent him pictures of these women. He also knows of loads of stuff that's happened in terms of him messaging other women, being inappropriate on lives and all that sort of stuff. So I can't understand with this I mean, him messaging my daughter at 15 would top me over the edge in any case, just that one thing. But all these other things, since that time, he's still gone on live with him. He's still been friends with him. He's still interacted with him. He's still done all these sort of things, which one is dangerous for other people, him knowing that, okay, he might not have done anything illegal or whatever, but there's a bit of an issue here, and a red flag. He then knows about his brother, which isn't to do with Darren, but he still knows about that connection. He now brings all that up. I can't understand why someone for at least 5 years would have that interaction with someone that has so many red flags and then let him interact with possibly vulnerable women in his chat, his live, his friendship group. I can't understand. Even that on its own is bewildering.
Yeah, I agree. TJ, I said this, darling. I said this, like, we've just had Pinky in the box. And if you remember, that was outed quite a while ago where Darren had, you know, obviously had said something to his cousin. So that was out there. The brother thing was out there. There's been a lot that's been out there. So exactly what you've just said.
Yeah, and I
I've
know
said
he's
exactly the
obviously
same.
had a few things that's happened over to him in the last year or so, but this is
Yeah.
stuff has been going on before that, and therefore that's where I put the blame on Ricky, because he enabled that by default or by enabling him to allow this and put other people at risk when he clearly saw red flags, and I can't understand why he would choose to ignore that. I can't get it around my head what his motive was to refuse to sort of out that or distance himself.
Yeah, I think we should ask people that are in. I think we should ask Beth or Leslie what they think. Hi, Beth.
Hello. Yeah, I've got some other stuff to say, but I'm going to just let Leslie answer that bit, 'cause Leslie's been around for a lot longer than I have, so she can probably give more context. And then I'll chip in with some other things after.
Leslie?
Okay.
She's just being
Just getting a
messy.
message from Ricky.
Yeah, she'll be a message. Hello, Pearl. Hello, Toria.
Hi, Bobby. Beth,
Hi.
sorry, can I ask how long since that you were having these, that you've seen all these photographs and the messages that went around?
So I've seen them in the last couple of weeks, since Ricky and Darren have fallen out.
How old are they?
How old?
So
are the
you've only
photos?
seen them in the last couple of weeks, but how old were these messages? And
They go back quite far. So
there we are.
We have another mod who.
Sorry, Beth. So did nobody go to Ricky over this and say, look, this is what's Darren's happening. You've got him in the agency. This is what's happening. We're getting like these bad messages. Did anybody do that?
Well, I think Ricky was trying to be a friend to Darren. I think he was
No,
trying
I
to support
can't
him.
think anything. Did anybody go to Rickster and say, this is what's happening, you've got him in the agency, what are you going to do about it? Did anybody say that?
No, I don't. I'm going to let Leslie come in here, but from what I'm aware of, I don't think Ricky was aware of kind of the gravity of the situation. But I'm going to let Leslie come in, and then I'll carry on with what I was going to say.
Can I just ask you a question, Beth, my darling?
Yes, Luke, you can.
Are you in court next month for malicious communication?
No.
Can I just say something quick, yeah?
No, Torian, hang on.
Huh?
Are you in court next month for falsifying malicious communication?
No, Luke the judge. No, I'm not.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyways, can I just say something quick, yeah?
Yeah,
I think this is what it's giving you. This is just my opinion, yeah, so no one don't feel away. I think it's giving that Rickstar, I don't know about Talia, but Rickstar, obviously, because Rickstar and him are friends, it's giving Rickstar knew everything, and now he's bringing it out because they fell out. I'm sorry, there's no such thing as friends and someone
Exactly,
that
Torian.
it doesn't make sense. And this is why I always say things like SA and that is just made a mockery on this app. I've been going through lives, yeah, and everyone is talking about it, but if he's done all of this, go to the fucking police.
Exactly, and this is what I'm saying. Why cover up? If there's been a say happened, why cover up just to keep somebody in the agency if all of this has been happening? And we know it's happened.
I just feel like at the same time, yeah, okay, if there's no, I don't know if there's evidence or not, but obviously when Darren came into Angie's live yesterday, he was saying that how there's a police case or whatever it is. And I just feel like as people of God, because you lot worship God and all these things, and I just feel like certain things just need to be taken to the right. You get me? All this live, like he can be, if you lot are saying he's got ladies of the night, who knows, he might get a lady of the night and want to do, like, you don't know these things.
So can I just say a few things for the Scottish side of TikTok? Obviously I do awareness in the Scottish side and certain cases in English side obviously as well. What Pinky had said when she came into the box here, I can't confirm. Darren did admit to asking his cousin for certain things, right? You can understand where I'm going with that one. Talia came into...
Sorry, 1 minute, my darling. Sorry.
No worries, Red. No worries.
Can Delusive Angie be put back in the box, please? Angie, request,
Guys,
please.
don't drop my auntie, all right? Thank you.
Stop dropping boxes. Thank you. I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was an accident. Go on, awareness.
No worries. So Talia came into Scottish Ridos live and had said that there was this male who had essentially
It
threatened
wasn't her
to.
account. Okay, thank
Scottish
you, Bob.
awareness, sorry, can I jump in? I'm ignorant, sorry, but I have just seen the paperwork, Beth. I've just seen the paperwork. You are up for that.
Wow.
But Pearl, I'll be real,
Um,
that's neither here or there. Whether she's in court or not, that's right now. It's about my man and whether he's whatever she's. We can talk about that later. But I'll be real, like that's got
But
nothing.
even saying, still people's coming up and
Yeah.
lying for what goes on. And that's what I said, it's all a big cover up for in the
So-
agency. So that's all I'm pointing that out
Okay.
for. She's up here telling lies on her own name, basically. So she's going to tell lies
This
for
has
other
got
people.
nothing to do with anything.
I-
Well, you're
yeah,
telling
I'd like to
lies.
see
Right,
what
so
You're
can I
paperwork-
just
telling
finish my?
lies.
She's
Can I
basically
just
saying if
finish
you
my?
can lie about that, why would you not lie?
It's
about
going
anything
against
else?
her credibility. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'd
She's
like to
telling a
see-
lie.
Anyways, Miss
over
Red, thank
one
you for letting
thing.
me up. That's all I want to say.
She'll tell a lie over another thing, no credibility. Sorry, Taurine, go on.
I'd like to see what paperwork you've seen because there is none. I came up here.
I'll beg to differ. Don't call me a liar. Yes,
I-
Okay, so a
I
comment's
came up
just asking
here-
a question
hang on,
there.
Can I
yes,
finish?
there is.
Can I finish, please? I came up here to defend my friend and to tell you all that you should wait to see everything before you make your decisions. Ricky has financially, emotionally, physically supported Darren for years for Darren to treat him like
That's right,
this.
yeah, I do get that. And I have said that Ricky was good to Darren. However, if this has been knowledge for the longest time that Darren has these, ways about him, why would Ricky still continue to do that? This is
Can I just say there has been. Now I can understand the Scottish and English and the divide there, and sometimes you can't always see the things from an English. Obviously, if you're an English creator and things like that, you won't always see the Scottish stuff on your FYP. Understand that, but there's been a multitude of different, and I'm going to say accusations because it is accusations. Nothing's categorically proven, other than yes, Darren did admit to asking his cousin for specific photos, we'll say. I just want to be respectful, man, your box, obviously, misread. So that did happen and Darren did admit to that. Now, I see that as red flag behaviour. I don't know about everybody else. Everybody else is entitled to their own beliefs, but it's certainly red flag behaviour. I don't know anything about him, what was said regarding him asking, what would you do if a hunting team came to my door? Now, if that is true, if it was...
We're going
was to
off
be
track
true,
now.
it would be very strange. I just want to say that, Talia, I don't think it's fair for you to come into someone's live and say that a male individual was threatened to essentially burn your house down and put harm upon your children and not be able to prove that. I think you should be coming into a box and proving it before you make the statement.
Can
It's
Leslie
really wrong.
just answer why she thinks this litany of issues and red flags over this long period of time he kept talking and to Darren?
Right, what? So the catalyst of it was...
Leslie, I'm going to leave you to do this and I'm going to drop down.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Thanks for giving me the box, Miss Rad.
Okay, thank you, Beth.
So I've been in the ARC since October and my confidence isn't very high. And I've always been, scared to go live. So it's taken me quite a while. And Darren, obviously because he was going live with Rick, he ended up making me mod. It was strange because I'm Rick's mod, but it was weird why Darren made me mod because I didn't really know him.
I think it's because maybe he was Rick's friend. They were close friends.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought at first. So that's why I was like, yeah, of course I'll help. And because I knew Darren had a lot of trolls, I was, I wanted to help. I wanted to try and get rid of as many of his trolls as I could.
Okay.
Anyway, so there was one day he had gone live with someone. Darren had gone live with someone and the other side were trolling him really bad. So he asked me, after he had dropped them, can you go over and screen record the comments?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, okay. So I went and did that, and the screen recording file was quite big. So he was like, send me send it over WhatsApp. So I was like, okay. So I did that. Not, I didn't think anything bad was going to happen. So
What happened?
Sorry, what?
What happened, Leslie?
So I sent him the file, the screen recording, and then I started getting messages asking, where do I live? Would I travel to see him if he paid me? I said that I live, right down the other side of the country, so I would not be travelling to see him anyway. And then he started asking me if I would send him pictures of myself. And I told him that I had this boyfriend, and I wanted to leave the Ark for it. And this wasn't long ago. This was probably 2.5, 3 weeks ago.
No, Leslie, I'm assuming you've got evidence of this.
Did
Am I right in
you
saying
demod
that?
yourself from everything?
I demodded myself.
Did you demod yourself from everything at that point, from both Rickster and Darren?
Not from Rickster, no. From Darren, yes.
Did you tell Ricky about
There
this?
was no point. I told Ricky, and that was what started all this off, because obviously it was like, well, there's too much of this happening now, and I'm quite a timid person. And
Would it be fair? Would it be fair in saying this? And now this is from your own perspective. Do you think it would have been better if Rickster distanced himself from Darren a lot sooner? Do you think that's a fair point?
Yeah, he probably should have.
Okay,
But
cool.
I mean, he
I agree.
you all know he helped Darren a lot, and I think there was a side of it where he felt bad for him, because Darren does get a lot of hate, and there is times when he can make you. There was times where I'd think, do you know what? I can't stand you after what you've made me feel. And then in the next breath, he'd make me feel sorry for him, where he was like, he'd kind of act like, like he was a child, or, like vulnerable. And I'd find myself feeling bad for him. Sorry, go on.
Okay.
Leslie?
Yeah.
Sorry. So after all of this, when Darren has showed messages where he's asked Rickster to kick him out the agency, basically, and then Rickster sent one back for him to cancel the request. So really, your best interests weren't at heart if you showed Rickster all of these messages where he's been asking for indecent photographs and whatever. So Ricky then still wanted to keep him in the agency, and Darren showed them messages this morning. Tell them to cancel the request. So how did you feel about that?
Well, I haven't seen that, but I mean,
well,
I don't know. I mean, Darren and Rick. I do know Darren and Ricky have got a lot of history together, and Ricky probably feels kind of responsible for, because when Darren come on this app, he only had 300 followers. He had nothing. So
Can I just stop you? Everyone's missing the point here. Rickster has admitted this morning that he's got videos that Darren has sent him, and so has Talia. They're both sat on information. Shut your mouth, God botherer.
You talking to
you, God botherer.
Breathe, everyone,
You both
breathe.
sat on information about Darren, and you've sat on it for months, and the only reason why you're outing him now is because you're not friends with him anymore. You're both a pair of fucking wrong.
They
Sorry,
fell out
Donna.
months ago
You're both
over
wrong.
Live Pro.
But you're only bringing it out now because you fell out with him.
They fell out over
You've both
Live
sat
Pro
on
before
information,
Christmas.
and you
What
have
are talking
admitted
about?
this morning that you've got pictures of women.
No,
Have
I
you not
haven't.
admitted this
I've
morning
not
that you've
seen
got RP? You and your
No,
boyfriend have got RP.
I
Yeah,
said
you've
I'm
admitted
aware
it.
of it.
You've admitted
I
it, and
don't
you haven't
have
done
any
nothing
pictures.
about it. You've sat on it, and you've done nothing about it. And the only reason why you're
Sorry, what
talking
have
about
you
it
done
now, and you're going at Darren.
What have you
Listen,
done
I
about
don't
it?
care about Darren.
Well,
I
she
don't give a
wasn't
shit.
aware then.
The only
Shut your mouth.
problem is now you've only brought this out because Prickster has fell out with Darren. That's the only reason why. Because you've sat on this for months and you've done nothing about it. And you see all these little followers
fell
all
out with
defending
Darren
you.
in
You all need to give your
November
fucking heads a
over
wobble.
Live Pro.
You've all sat on the information that Darren has been sending around
You're
pictures of women
mistaken.
and you've done
Exactly.
nothing about it. God bother her.
We
You are
actually,
a
to
God
be fair,
botherer. You're not
we
a
wouldn't have said
Christian.
anything.
You're a
If he-
fucking
if
God
he hasn't
botherer.
have-
You're a God
Jesus
botherer with no morals.
I
That's
am
what
a
you
God
are.
brother.
You're a
Jesus
God
Christ is
botherer.
King.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah. Well, you're going to hell, darling. Let me tell you. Straight to hell.
Cat,
First class
Cat.
ticket for Talia.
Cat, sorry, Cat, darling. Talia, go
Alright.
on. What was you going to say? Because you did just say, Talia, that you wasn't going to out any of this.
We wouldn't have brought it to the app because we were dealing with it in our own way. We'd never brought it
Lies,
to the
because
app.
if you had reported this to the police, you would not be talking about it. The police will tell
Alright,
you
you
not to
talk
bring
about-
it online if you had reported it. So stop lying, tar liar.
That's true. That's true, Kat.
How embarrassing for you.
You are embarrassing, darling. Telling everyone you've reported it to the police, but yet you've brought it
I haven't
online and
reported
blabbed it
to
to
the
everyone.
police.
You're
I'm not the
embarrassing.
one that's reported it to the police. Listen, you spat a lot of nonsense, but you're not talking facts. One,
on you.
I haven't got the photos. They were never sent to me. Two, it is
Well,
the
you said
police
this
are
morning you
aware.
did.
Let me speak and get yourself some fucking frizzies while you're there. Let me speak.
That's a natural hair. It's not a
Jealous,
pen.
Mama,
That's a
it's
natural
natural
hair.
curl,
What's the
darling.
hairdo?
At her grown age, she needs to know how to
See if there is a case with the police, they would
We all
urge
know
you
you're
not to go
right,
on social
Talia.
media.
The police are aware, but not
Well,
by me.
they would tell you not to go on social media. That's a fact.
Sorry,
It
who
doesn't
are
matter
you?
who reports it.
Who
I'm
are
an
you?
awareness page. I protect women and children. That's who I am.
you
That's how
don't, because you just come into
I
a
do.
live
I do,
and,
check.
and
Trust me, I do.
ridiculed a woman with
Oh,
four
let's
other
not
comments
forget
will
as
tell you,
well.
Tara.
And
Let's
as
not
for
forget as
Luke
well.
the
Ricky
judge,
said that Darren
Don't
messaged
start on
his
me,
kid.
Talia, please.
Well, let's
Rickster
not
said
talk about
Darren
court
messaged
cases.
his kid. They don't. It does no
There's
worse
no
than
need
that.
to be defensive,
No
I've only
worse. You just
stating the
completely
facts.
bypass the fact he messaged his kid,
Who
and you've run with
messaged
everything
his-
No,
else.
hang on, Kat. Let's talk about court cases. Let's go.
Oh, shut up. Go away.
Let's talk about court
Go
cases. Let's go.
away. Go
Go
and
on, I'll give you the
defraud the
stage.
race
I'll give you.
system.
I'll give
Get your
you the
armies
stage.
in everybody and come
Where
Do
on.
you
want
want to
Were you not done for fraud, aiding and abetting and
Do
tipping?
you want to bring
Didn't
up about
you
people?
defraud the races?
No.
How dare
no.
you bring up Beth and her
No.
court cases when your shit
I'll
stinks?
bring up what I want and what you going to do
Oh,
about
you
it.
fucking screaming
You
banshee.
are
Go
vile.
away. Go
Are
and
you the
smash
woman?
some windows. Go and smash some children's windows and piss off.
That is
Was
not
that me,
true,
Talia?
Why are you bringing children into
Was
it?
that me, Talia?
Why are you bringing
Oh,
children
Hang on,
yes,
into
no.
it
Please,
it
everyone
would.
be silent.
Yes, it would.
Please,
You
everyone be
instigated
silent.
the whole thing.
Everyone be silent. Let
Look,
Talia
nobody's
talk, please.
talking about you. No one.
Go on,
Not
Talia.
one person is talking about you. Not one.
Go on,
So why
Talia.
are you?
No, Talia.
You've just
Say what
mentioned
you
him,
just
you
said.
weirdo.
Because
Say what
you're
you
bringing
just
up
said.
other people's court cases when you are a felon.
No.
He's not a felon.
I'm a
You
felon,
bring
no
up Beth's
criminal
court case when
convictions, you
you
dumb bitch.
have been cancelled from the races more than once.
Is
He's
that a
not a
sports
felon.
tribunal, Talia? Is that criminal?
It doesn't
Yeah, but
matter what
you can. Do you know what? You can still
Please,
talk about
Kat,
Luke, but
Kat,
your
let me,
man.
'cause I want to land with this
Your
woman.
man
Let
is
me
sat
tell
with
you about
revenge
this
porn.
woman.
Let's just add
She
that. Yeah?
lied
Let
about
me
her
tell you,
children.
you ain't gonna tell me
She
nothing,
lied about
Pedro.
her children being in the house.
Exactly.
She
We
lied
all
to
know. We all
of
want.
you.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you lied to them. What mother would stay online when their children have been attacked
Are we
and
going to
scream
talk
and
about
shout?
parenting?
Let's go.
Are we
Get
going to
your
talk about
armies in.
parenting? Well,
Let's
let's talk
go.
about your family, Luke,
When
and your
I
dad's
spoke
twin
to the
brother, shall we?
policewoman,
Let's
when
talk
I
about your dad's twin
That's
brother
nothing to
and
do
your
with it,
granddad,
Talia.
When I
and what your
spoke to-
granddad did to Sally. Let's talk
When I spoke to the police and
about
asked...
families and your granddad and your dad's twin brother.
Come back in a minute, Talia, when I'm out the
That's
box,
nothing
right?
to do with Luke,
No.
darling.
She opened the door. Let's explore it. When I sat in that interview, I said to the policewoman, is there any mention of kids in any statement? She went, no, none. I said, so kids were at the property when this happened, whoever did this, would that need to be in a statement? She went, yes. I said, so I'll ask you again, was there any mention on site of any kids at any house? They said, no. No.
She's going to deflect from the fact that her man is sat with pictures
Talia,
of women.
I've seen all your messages to Darren. You and Ricky begged him last week to stay in the agency. You said, please cancel your request, Darren. So if you knew all about this Talia Dean, if you knew what he was like, All you care about is money.
Luke, was that for his main account?
Yes.
So
That's
then,
the account
after, so then that makes it even
account
worse.
he's not using anymore because
then
he doesn't want to make them any money. So do not bring my fucking family up whatsoever about what my granddad, about
That's
what my
right.
uncle did.
Darren doesn't
How
make
fucking dare you speak on my
Darren doesn't
family?
make any money. Firstly.
Talia, are you denying that
And
I've
you
seen
are
messages?
lying about seeing any message of me begging him to stay. And if
Not
there
you,
is, show it.
not you,
Because you are a
not you,
liar. So
not
let's
you.
go there. Shut up and stop following me around the app, you weirdo. It's got nothing
Following
to do
you!
with you. Piss off.
Still saying
It's got
bye bye
nothing to
baby
do
in the
with
comments.
you, you beg. And the police
Disgusting.
never said that to you. You're a
Yes,
liar.
they did.
The
I will
kids were
take a
in the
lie
house.
detector test tomorrow.
You do a
Let
lie
Rick-
detector test.
We love
I
the
will
lie
take
detector
the lie
test.
detector test tomorrow.
What happened
Will
to the
you
front
pay
door?
it, Talia? Will you pay
What
it?
happened to the front door? I don't know.
Will you
What
pay
happened to
for
the
my
front
lie
door?
detector test, Talia Dean? Will you pay?
Will I pay? Why would I pay?
Because you've accused me of being a liar.
Because the kids were in the house, Luke.
Oh,
there's
well,
no
you
way,
better take
there
that.
is
You
no-
better take. Right, can you put me in the big box, please? What does that
You
say
are
there?
absolutely obsessed with
Cancel
me and
your
with Ricky.
request.
You will turn
Cancel-
the conversation
Listen.
about somebody else and make it about you. 'cause
Nothing
you're
to, have I
weird.
brought this to the app, Talia?
What
Did
are
I
you
bring this to
doing
the
in
app?
this box?
Luke, what
Because you
date was
mentioned
that?
my name, you dumb bitch. You mentioned my name.
Luke, what date
You're
was that?
Listen,
And
go on
as
a
for
diet.
Luke,
for
the
God's
Go on a
judge.
diet and get a proper job because all you do is shovel shit and cause drama. You literally live off TikTok money when you're a very well qualified racehorse trainer.
Can you
Least
read
this
that
dog
message,
is not
Well
Talia.
please?
qualified racehorse trainer, but
God,
you
am I not
blew
mod on
it.
this?
You blew it with greed and with selfishness and with demonic behaviour because you sold
Oh my
your soul.
God.
Demonic
sold
coming from
your
you.
soul.
Did you
sold
threaten?
your
Did you
soul
threaten?
for a
Did you
couple
threaten a
of grand.
70-year-old woman,
For
Talia?
a couple of grand. The 70-year-old
Did you threaten?
one that
Did you
didn't-
threaten an
that
old
couldn't
woman, Talia?
stand you and told everybody, oh, I ain't even going to say it, but read it in the book. Read it
Talia,
in the book.
Talia,
She never
Talia,
liked you.
Talia.
She never, ever liked you.
Talia.
You sold yourself for a couple of grand when you was a brick.
Talia, you made
Can I
yourself.
just say
You
one
made
more
yourself.
thing and
No,
I'll
you
drop?
can't.
Right,
No.
Luke, just read the message, please.
Talia,
What is this? I'll
Talia,
get Talia back in a
Talia,
minute.
you made yourself look a fool this morning. You made yourself look a fool. You backtracked. You have. So why is your partner saying to Darren, cancel the 30-day request then? If you wanted him out the agency.
What date is that, Luke?
What date, Luke?
You don't need to give him 30 days.
Luke.
You could, no, hang on. Let me land, please. You can. You are an agency owner. You don't need to give him 30 days. Why did you keep Darren in 30 days? Why?
Yeah, but the date's important. Is it the 6th or 7th of January?
I can't see. This is what Darren's put up earlier.
Okay. Right.
Send it to me, Luke, and I'll read it. Because I can't see that. That's it, he's gone. Right, Talia, I'll let you back in the box, but let's not deflect onto family business, please.
Before Talia gets in, can we carry on up the popular, please? Get your heart knees in. We're profiting off this. We're bringing you the entertainment. Thank you.
Right, Talia, you're allowed back in the box, but don't bring up family business. We have to stick with the current climate, darling.
Amen.
Luke is not responsible for anything that his family have done. Equally,
DJ,
just
most
like
people are
Rick's
saying
son.
the for
Okay.
the date
So-
of that.
Talia,
Okay,
is
so
it your...
over the last 4 months, I've constantly asked Darren to leave. That message is between Darren and Ricky. That's got nothing to do with me. I've asked Luke to show
Look,
a
Dad, say
message
that.
where I've begged him to stay, and you will not find one because I wanted him gone.
Look, Dad,
and
say
he
not
is
you.
gone.
Oh, wait, no, 1 second. So, Talia, can I just ask, is it your agency or is it a joint agency between you and Ricky?
It's a joint.
Okay, so obviously you haven't had anything to do with Darren over the past period because of what you know about him or the red flags that you've considered and stuff like
I
that.
don't manage Darren. He's not in my team.
No, but I'm saying you personally don't have anything to do with him. You don't interact with him, right? Because you
I
said
do
this morning.
interact with him because he goes live with Ricky and I jump in the box sometimes.
Yeah, but you said
and
this-
I tell him what I think.
Yeah, but you said this morning that you don't you're not friends with him. You don't really go live with him. You don't message
No, I
him or
have
anything
been
like
I
that.
have been live with him maybe twice in 3 years.
Okay,
I have very little to do with him.
and
let's
why
say
is that?
much.
Why is that?
I just don't like. He's not my cup of tea. I don't like him. I think he's a bit of a perv, and I can't be bothered with him.
Okay, so has
The
Ricky?
thing is, Talia, can I just say something? Sorry, TJ.
No, sure.
If he was a bit of a perv, Talia, if he did, because you did say this morning that he did inappropriately touched you, he wouldn't be a bit of a perv, he'd be a full-on perv, right?
Yeah.
Did you go to the police about that?
I wasn't going to go to the police when a 3'0" man in a wheelchair rubbed my leg.
No, what you said was he got your knee and he went up to your private parts. Yeah.
He went from my knee up my thigh, up to my crotch, and I grabbed his hand and bent it backwards, and I stood up, and then there was a big row, and it was all over.
You just said Ricky told you just to sit and like basically just laugh it off.
No.
Yeah, you did. That was on my live this morning.
You keep saying that, Pearl,
I can
but that's
download
not
my
actually
live
what
for
I
you,
said.
Talia. I'll download
I said
it.
I said I was made to laugh it off.
There you
not
go.
Not because Ricky told me to, but
You were
because of
made
the
to.
Let me speak. I was made to laugh it off because of the environment and the atmosphere, and because he's disabled.
So it just because I suppose the thing is
Why am I being muted? Oh, let me guess.
Darling.
Who's
Stop
muted
muting,
me?
please. Stop. I did it by accident. Go on, Talia.
I bent his arm backwards and the matter was dealt with. But this
Can I
is
ask you a
all, this is
question,
all
Talia?
before the pictures. This is all before everything. The
Can I
only
ask a-
thing we really knew about
But
was
again, you're still covered up, SA.
there's no
Whichever
covering
way you
up.
look about
Everybody
it.
knew. I spoke about it all the time. Everybody
ask a
knew.
question,
I never covered
Talia?
anything up. You've all known about Darren and his antics for so long now. Have any of you been to the police?
I don't, because I
Talia?
don't bother with him.
Well, if I thought there was a predator and I was that bothered as much as you,
But
I
why
would go to
didn't
the
you
police.
do it then?
Why
Yeah, it
didn't
happened to
you?
you.
Right.
Why didn't you go
Because
to
you're
the
the
police?
only one that's
Covering up,
bothered me.
SA.
You're the
Interesting,
only one
Talia.
that's bothered about the police, so why didn't you go to the police?
Because I
Talia,
didn't know
would you not
about it till
want
you
to
mentioned it
protect-
this
Would you
morning.
not want to protect
Everybody
other women,
knows
though?
he's a
Would you not
little
want to
perv.
protect other women?
Everybody.
I
And none
didn't
of you
know
have been
about
to
it
the
till
police.
you told
Yes,
us
you
this
did.
morning.
You knew about the cousin, you knew about Nadine, and none of you did nothing. So
I don't know.
What can we do, Talia?
But
Darren
what can
never
I
did that.
do?
Hang on, can I just
Report it.
finish? Let me just, Talia, I don't want to argue.
The
with you. Just let
victim
me have
had
this-
already reported it.
Right, okay, sorry, awareness, I'm just going to mute you a minute. So, Talia, right, how can we report Darren to the police for situations that we did not know about and was not going to be brought to the app?
You did
until-
know. You did
Who?
know. You know that Darren constantly abuses women. You know
No,
that.
how do I know that? I don't hang around
Hang
with
on a
him.
minute.
The only person that knew that was your man.
Donna, you
And
just
you?
admitted in front of everybody that you knew he was perving on his cousin. So don't lie.
Hang on, Talia. No.
Yes,
That
yes,
was
yes,
brought
yes,
to
yes.
No,
TikTok.
she didn't. What she
No,
said was she
it-
heard it. Oh,
So
she
why
said, I
did-
remember that.
Hang on, Pearl. That was brought to TikTok. I remember that.
Yeah.
And throughout my life,
same.
I have stated that I don't like Darren. Right? I've stated.
But why
throughout my
didn't you go
life-
to the police?
No, listen. How can I go to the police? It
Because
wasn't
you've
done
been
to
made
me.
aware of a
Don't
predator.
deflect off me. The facts are. Yeah, the facts are. You and Rickster knew about his behaviour, but you wanted to keep him in the ARC agency. Rickster enabled his behaviour so you can make fucking money off him. Do not deflect this onto me, you stupid bitch.
And that's
How
the
can
way
I
the
go
cookie
to the police?
crumbled.
Didn't touch me up. Because had he have touched me up, I would have gone to the police purely to protect other women, you dumb bitch.
The question is as well is that if
Exactly my
I mean
shit.
her own just 1 minute, Matt. Her own essay, depending on what she wanted to do, she could either report it or not. That's up to her.
Yeah,
but
it's up
I
to
think
her.
no,
How
but I
can
think
we
the
do anything about it?
no, but
we
the,
can't do nothing
you're
about
right,
it,
and I
can
think
we?
the fact is that whether she knew about all the other things that had happened, which had given her red flags, which is why.
Women have already gone to the police.
Yeah, Talia, listen. Did you know about Darren messaging Ricky's daughter when she was 15?
No.
Did you
No,
know?
and Darren
Yeah.
didn't. No, I didn't know any of that.
Did you know that
I've only
there's?
learned about that in the last couple of weeks.
Did you know about any of the messages that Darren has been sending to these women asking for stuff on pictures and stuff like that?
I had no idea that he had sent Leslie that message.
Did you
No,
know?
if you didn't know, how the fuck are we supposed to know? And how the fuck are we supposed to
But
go to the police?
what you do know about, you've said nothing.
But did you also know about that, Talia? Did you also know about that stuff as well?
She's deflecting. Sorry, TJ.
No,
Go
sorry.
on.
Not deflecting.
Talia,
You're a deflector. You're getting flustered now because
Talia,
you.
did you know about the other stuff as well?
No,
You
Talia,
are. You're getting aerated and flustered. 'cause you
Talia,
know
keep to the
absolutely
subject. Just keep to the subject. Did you know about the other stuff that related to?
What other stuff?
Look,
What the stuff
Ricky,
that you
one
know
minute.
about as well?
1 minute. Just let me finish the question.
The stuff
then.
that you know about as
What,
well.
when Ricky
TJ.
paid for him to have women come over the house and getting sent pictures back?
I never knew that Ricky.
So at no
Lied,
point Ricky's
yes, you
never
did.
mentioned any
I
of this
thought
stuff.
Ricky. Well, I've got no reason to lie, Pearl. I don't lie.
You've told enough today.
You might not be lying, but
What
you're
have
certainly
I lied
deflecting.
about,
You're
Donna?
deflecting.
You said on mine today, you knew. You said first you didn't, then you knew. When Ricky come up and I said, she's saying it's banter, you've openly admitted that you sent Ladies of the Night to him, and then you said, yeah, I knew that, but I thought it was banter as well, so
I
stop
said I
taking it
didn't
back.
know. As far as I was concerned, it
You
was
haven't
always
got a very
banter.
close relationship. You mustn't talk a lot together, do you?
I don't know. I wasn't with Ricky when they were doing all that, and I don't.
But you're
know
with him now.
Hang on a minute. I don't know what Ricky does with his money, and if he's
So how are we supposed to know what's going on?
I'm not saying that it's not illegal to hire Ladies of
It
the Night. I'm
isn't.
not saying-
So now you
what
know
Ricky
all of
does,
this,
I
Talia.
always thought it was banter, but clearly not. He's obviously has paid for it a couple of times. But that's got nothing to do with me. You're totally deflecting and blaming.
No, you're
me.
deflecting. You're
Not at all.
deflecting.
Hang on, I ain't fucking touched no women.
Neither have we.
I haven't abused anybody.
Neither have we.
And coined it in on women's abuse
Talia,
of 6,000
but if he
people
did,
making money.
if he did,
Get
you've
that
done
out.
nothing.
See, now,
You've done nothing to protect other women that have
Now
done that to
you
you,
know everything,
and you're
so
continuing this on.
Guys, the
can I just
6.4k
say-
people, get your harness in, please, guys.
You're
Thank
claiming
you.
this
Now,
man done this to you, and
at the end
you're
of
not,
the
you've
day,
not done
right,
anything to
Talia
protect
can-
any other women.
I'm just going to say this. At the end of the day, Talia can deflect onto me and to everybody else as much as she wants. The truth of the matter is she stated in this box that they was not going to talk about this. It's only because there's been an argument because Darren's left the agency. Now, as if I was aware that somebody had predator vibes, somebody was a little bit of a pervert, I would have contacted the police. Why is Rickster sending Ladies of the Night to Darren, knowing that Darren is going to record, Darren's going to be inappropriate? Why would Rickster? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're an ex-worker, you're still human, right? You've still got rights. So why are they sending women to the house?
And the other
right?
question is now, is she said that Ricky only fell out with Darren in October because of Live Pro. So it wasn't even about the issues of the red flags or the concerns he had. So if he hadn't fallen out with him about money on Live Pro situation, would he have just kept it going? And then what more would Darren have done
The only
in these red
person we
flag
haven't heard from
situations?
is Darren.
No, you
Everyone
would
else is allowed
expect-
to speak.
You would expect him to fall out
The only
over,
person that hasn't been
the
allowed to
issues.
speak is Darren.
All right, sorry, everyone's speaking about me, so I'm just going to answer a few questions. I'm not with Talia at the moment, I'm with a load of people, so I've had to come out my way to speak to you. I've been shared the live. Right, let's answer a few of the questions that TJ's talking about, and we go from there. Number one, Darren didn't know that my daughter was 15. Let's everybody know that. He did it 6 years ago when I first met the guy. He sent her a message saying, hello, sexy, etc. He never knew she was 15, just to put it out there. In fact, he didn't know it was my daughter. I said he messaged my daughter, so let's put that to bed. Right. Secondly, when I did send Darren money for a Lady of the Night, that was also nearly 6 years ago. I did it once. I sent him a woman once, right at the beginning, and so has Dave contributed, and so has many others contributed over the years. We've all done it, okay? Look, Talia said, that is not illegal, all right? That's the first thing. Number three is this, right? Yeah, Darren, I've heard about the touching of his bloody, asking his cousin for stuff. Like I said, I think that Scottish fella's turned around and said, he's admitted to that on many, many occasions, and Darren hasn't got any convictions. But what I will say is this, right? Yeah, Darren, when he touched Nadine, right? He touched Nadine, was after the Talia scenario. It was after that. I stopped going live with Darren on many, many occasions. I stopped going with him. There's a lot of people in the boxes now who don't like Darren, have called Darren a perv, including Luke said,
Yes.
I don't like
Including
Darren.
me.
Luke,
Including me.
He's a pervert, right? Now,
Yeah.
listen to what I'm saying to everybody, right? You've got to understand this, right? I've looked after Darren for years. I like Darren. I did, you know what I mean? I've sympathy. He's only 5'2". I'm 6'2". He's a little fella. I bought him tellies. I've sent him gifts. I built his platform. And if any of you know me, Shred, if you know me, Shred, you know back in the day, before you even had a platform, when I had a big, massive account, I built Darren up. Darren never had a platform until he met me. I was the one who introduced Darren to TikTok, and hopefully you can remember that. And I got him to tens of thousands of followers, and then obviously people started to know who Darren was. I've never needed Darren for clout, never have. I've always done my own thing. But what I will say is wrongly so, right? Yeah, with Darren, when he come on, I'm the one who introduced him to the Ark. I'm the one who got him inside of the Ark. And what I was saying about him staying there is this: Darren had his account taken down 6 weeks ago. 2 months ago, sorry, they took his account, TikTok, the bandit. Talia got his account. I said to Talia, get his account back, please. And she's like, no, I don't like him. Talia don't like him. He did rub a fly up there.
Can I just say something, Rickster, right?
Carry on. Carry on.
Yeah, okay,
Go
so
on.
I've been as far as I can be today. I don't know if you've been watching, right? So my problem with this is, right, why would you continue being friends with Darren after what he did with Talia and that other, I can't remember her name.
Listen,
Why would you continue being friends with him?
that's a great question, Miss Red. Listen, that's a great question. I'm going to answer you. Okay, right. Darren, everybody who knows who's ever been around Darren's, because there's a lot of stuff that I know about Darren now that I've never brought to the app. I hadn't spoke about it because I don't particularly want to until he started screaming off Talia's mouth. All right, when he touched Nadine, obviously with Nadine, sorry. He touched Nadine before Talia. I've got it wrong. So he touched Nadine. I got told Ryder was speaking about it. Aidan was speaking about it. Aidan was messaging him about speaking to young boys. Darren was saying it wasn't true. And I'll be honest with you, I just thought they were all ganging up. They were all bullying him. That's what I thought. And besides that, I took Darren absolutely everywhere. When I took Talia down to his, we went to Edinburgh. Darren asked to meet us, so we went down there with Claire, a friend. Okay, when she jumped up Talia and she bent his arm back, I honestly did take it as a joke, Miss Red. If it was anybody else, if he was a big man, and you know what I mean, you must understand.
Talia
when I'm
said you
coming
went
from
mad at the time.
Listen to what I'm saying. You understand? If it was a big man, I would have chinned him, but I did. I said, "Yeah, what are you doing, you dirty bastard?" Talia, you know what I mean? Because she bent his hand. I said, "What are you doing, Darren?" He goes, "Oh, I'm only messing around. It was my bad hand." That's what he says. That's his excuse. It was my bad hand. And that was it. And I did give him the benefit of the doubt, and I did give him a blight. Should I have
Ricky,
done
can
that?
I ask you something? Just what's come out this morning.
Of course, go on, Capel.
So you know the lass who's jumped out the box when she said he was asking her for inappropriate photos and messages, can they meet up? And then she said she'd come to you with it, right?
He hasn't.
So why-
I haven't seen any messages.
Well, she
about-
said you seen it.
What? No,
Yeah.
no. What
I
I've seen is him asking to meet different women. He does it all the time, and I reckon I reckon you've got to get 100 women in this box now who Darren's messaged and said, "Meet me, send me pictures, come to my house, I'll pay you." I guarantee. Donna reviewed to him and I said, "Is there anybody now?" I guarantee this box will probably be full.
And how long was this going back from all these women? How long?
Well, listen to what I'm saying. So I've only known about, obviously, Nadine and obviously Talia. Do you know what I'm saying to you? But I did turn around and said to Talia, please give him a blow. She bent his hand back, and that was it. Because he's disabled. Yeah, because he's disabled, I've given him the benefit of the doubt and continue to go live with him.
Where did you get your daughter's phone number from?
When she used to come in my life, he did it on TikTok, Pill. She used to come in my lives and all that, and he went and he messaged her. But that's Darren. Darren, I tell you the truth, he ain't going to deny that. He's got to admit doing that.
So when did you last go
I mean?
live with Darren?
Yeah,
when
but you're
when
all
did
saying
you
to me,
stop doing that?
I don't know if you've all noticed, for some of you, I know some of you watch me sometimes, I don't even know it, but I've stopped going live. I stopped going live with Darren on multiple occasions. I stopped going live with him.
But you were live with him last week?
No, I'm saying I'm not multiple times, not all the time. I used to go live with Darren every single fucking day, but I stopped. When I'm saying that,
Do you know what it is, Rick? Right, and I'm being fair here. You know I am, because I've been ranting and raving. If I had wind, right, that Darren was this wrong and he was this massive pervert, he touched up my missus, right, which isn't a joke situation. It doesn't give him a pass because he's in a wheelchair. He still put his hands on your woman. That would be enough for me. Do you know what I mean? And I've got to be fair here.
If it was anybody else, Donna, if any man in the world, right, you know what I mean, I'd be screaming, I'd be shouting, there'd be a different story. I know he's a 5 foot. Darren's about 5'1", Right, he's a small lad, and when he did it, and she bent it, she goes, he said it was my bad hand, so I give it the benefit of the doubt. I did
but what
do
about
that
all the other stuff?
But listen, TJ, please. And from
Guys,
then,
I've just got to go to the toilet.
yeah, Talia,
Luke, you're in charge.
Talia hasn't liked Darren since then. There's a lot of people who calls Darren a perv. I've heard Luke call Darren a perv. Many guys say you
but
don't like
Talia's
him.
just said I didn't call him out.
You've called him a perv many times.
Thank you very much.
I know.
Online.
Leslie's-
I think he
Les- I think I've had No Face as well. I've in the past called Darren a perv as well. You know what I mean? And said that. You
Do
understand?
you think he is,
the
Rich? To
issue
answer
is,
this
Rich,
question, do you
hold
think
on,
he
TJ,
is?
one second.
Ricky, do you think he is? Just let me ask this one question.
Darren, listen, Dave Duran and DG.
Ricky, do you think he's
Listen,
yes or no?
Let me answer the question. Let me
Right,
answer the
Steph,
question
you're
the way I want to
evading
answer
the
it.
question. Answer it honestly. You're evading
Listen,
it.
I'm answering it honestly. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I'm saying, Darren, I've never ever told he's not a perv. I'll call him a perv on live all the time, and there's not anyone in here.
he is.
Yeah, there's not one person. Everyone in No Face, Luke, Leslie, Talia, not one of you can say.
Right, so the answer. Right, so then the next
Yeah.
question is, if you believe that, why are you giving him a platform?
But you listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Shep.
And
When
as
he
of the
touched Nate
7th of January, you wanted him to stay into the agency.
And I'm going to answer that as well.
Okay.
I told you, Talia, right, he lost his account. It got taken totally down, right? I asked Talia to get his account back. I said, get it up there. Do you know what I mean? Rather him be with me than anybody else. Do you understand? She got his account back. So when he was leaving, my point to Darren, if you listen to the message, is this: where's your fucking morals? You got your account back. Talia got your account back. You wouldn't have an account if he wasn't for me. So why are you not going to stay with the arc?
But if he's a perv, he's not going to have any morals.
Do you know
is he?
what
Let's
it
be
is,
real.
Rich? Do you know what I think the issue is? Is that obviously I ain't digging at Talia, but Talia, when she was alive earlier, turned around and said that she was made to stay quiet. Yeah, she was made to go along with it. Like, so people like
it wasn't the fact that she made to go quiet. I'm saying that look, she turned. Talia answered the question in the box. No Face. I understand what you're saying, but she said earlier on, if it was anybody else, it was a big man and that, there would have been a different story. But because he's a little fucking 5 foot nothing,
no, I'm
and he
on
said it
about
was his
all the
bad
stuff
hand.
prior to that. So she spoke about all the stuff that he's done, then said that she was made to be quiet. Let me just play this clip for you, so you're aware of what was actually said. Yeah.
You'll get paid for him
Dad, I
doing it.
told you this a long time ago. Ricky made me keep my mouth shut. He made me befriend him and be nice to him because, oh, poorly Darren's in a wheelchair. And then he shits on Ricky from a great height, and there's no
It
more of
wasn't
this
about
today.
the abuse. That wasn't about the essay.
That weren't about the essay. That's why I just corrected. That's why I said it weren't about the essay, because the essay was mentioned afterwards. But in that part, you said that you
Can
was
I
made to
just
be
say-
quiet about everything that had happened previously.
When you've lived a certain life and certain things have happened to you, you become very desensitized to things.
I'm sorry you don't put that essay up. I'm sorry.
Hang on a minute. No, hang on. You can't tell me how I should deal with a man touching me, okay? You don't know what I've been through in life, and a 4 foot nothing disabled guy is the least.
His height's got nothing to do where his hands went.
Understand
What we're
that,
trying to say
understand
to
that,
do
Talia.
is a scummy.
I'm
He's a
not
scummy
talking
little
about-
rat. That's
Listen,
what he
listen,
is.
Phil,
And
listen,
it's
Phil,
not me
listen.
talking about
Objectively,
anybody else.
you
I'm
would
talking
want
about
to
how I
protect
deal
other
with
women.
things. I'm desensitized because of my own upbringing, and Darren is no threat to me. I could knock him out in a second.
I know, but
Did
it
I
could
go
be a
run
threat
into
to
the
women.
police?
What if it's another woman in a wheelchair who does this too?
But the
though?
question is,
Can I
listen,
just point
Talia,
out? Can I just point something out quickly, please?
One at a time.
Can I just
Listen,
quickly point something
can I
out?
speak
Sorry,
a
can I just
second?
quickly point something
Why are
out?
you coming for me?
Shut up, Talia, for God's sake.
You've caused all this.
Rickster stated this morning that he had a video off Darren and he would show it once he'd edited it because you could see stuff in it. And
Yeah,
he's
this
just
is
sat
what
in
I
his
said. So-
box.
so, yeah,
you
let-
have just
so-
sat here and lied and said you haven't got nothing. You're a fucking liar.
Talia
Dirty
hasn't
dog.
okay, listen, don't call her a dirty dog. And she hasn't.
I'm
She's
talking
a
to
liar.
you.
She's in a. What, listen,
I'm talking to
me.
you.
Oh, okay, you're talking to me.
You this morning admitted that you had a video that Darren had sent you of him and a prostitute and that you would show it and you had to edit it because you couldn't
Well, listen,
see anything.
right,
And
let's-
you've
let's
just
just-
sat here and said you haven't got any videos or pictures. So
No, I
stop your
didn't.
lying,
No, I didn't. No, I
Rickster.
didn't. We could play back
Yes,
the
you
line. No, I
did.
didn't. No, I
Yes, you
didn't.
did.
No, I
Yes,
didn't.
you did. You sat in
No, I
Pearl
didn't.
Floor and said,
Talia's
let him
got-
reply.
No, I didn't.
Download me live.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You can check
Yeah,
my
you
live
did.
earlier on. I said,
Yes, you did.
I said, I have got. Anyway, can I talk? Can I talk? Anyway, when Darren had a woman once, right, Darren sent me over a photo. I've only got one photo of him kissing a woman's bum, and I've already said that on my live earlier, and I said it in Pill's live.
No, you didn't. You said it was a video.
No, I didn't. Listen,
Yes, you
I said
did.
I've got, no, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
I've got a video.
Listen, you can't gaslight and manipulate me because I'm
can
not
you mute her a
vulnerable.
minute, please?
I
'Cause
will fucking
Pill
come
can-
back at you,
Pill.
and you won't be able to
Pat,
answer
please
me.
let her
You
talk.
sat there this morning.
Just let me respond to you.
Thank you very much. If Pill goes back,
you said video, they're very different
listen,
things.
you're not letting me
downloaded.
Let me finish. Listen to Pearl's live. I'll tell you exactly what I said, word for word. And Pearl, get the screen recording later on and show everyone what I said. I turned around and said this. I have got a picture of Darren kissing a woman's bum. I've also got a video of Darren when I was in London when he tries to force a woman to kiss him and she's
Exactly,
pulling
so I'm
away.
not lying then, am
That's
I?
what I've got. I've got a video, and I have got a video.
Lying, you
And I
said
said
you got a
that.
video, but then
And
you
I
just
will
sat
be
there
playing.
and said you haven't got anything.
No, I said no. I didn't. No, I
Oh my
didn't.
god, you just sat here and said you've got nothing.
No, I did
He
not
hasn't
turn
got
around
a
and say that.
naked video.
I've
Listen.
got no
shut up,
naked
you
videos.
fucking godfather.
I've
Are you screaming or you're bringing out the
got no
body?
video. I've got no
Shut the
videos
fuck
of
up.
him. I've got no videos of him doing anything like I've got him kissing a woman's bum
Get
and
your
she's got no
hammies
clothes
in
on.
and gifts
Simple
coming
as
up
that.
that
And
popular.
I asked Darren why he sent it me. That's all I turned around
You
and
know
said.
what?
And
The point is, this is all fucking pointless.
Listen,
the point
you've
is, you've
obviously
sat on
got-
all this
listen, you've obviously got
information
a
for months
vendetta
and
or
months,
hatred
and you
towards
are
this
only
woman
bringing it
yourself,
out
you
now
don't.
because you
Go
have fell
away,
out with
Kat, go
Darren.
away.
You're a wrong
Stop,
end
nobody
of.
sounds
You're
like
sat
Kat.
on it.
Kat,
You're
you're
sat
normal,
on it. You're
Tell me
sat
where you
on
are
it.
then, Kat.
You're
Tell me
sat
where
on
are you,
it.
Kat?
Man of the cloth. You're a fucking devil.
Listen, you're an absolute
There's
wrong
no
with yourself,
normalising
doing your little
God.
task.
Creepy behaviour.
Look, my mum's
You
dead.
need
My mum's
a
dead.
hair
My mum's dead.
treatment. Get
My
yourself
mum's
to
dead.
Headmasters.
That's a real
nice
hair. She hasn't got a frizzy perm. That is her real hair because she's got different backgrounds in it.
She's
Sorry,
mixed
Kat, for
race.
saying that.
So
I
based
don't
on
know
what
which way
No
to say
Face
it.
just played, oh, she's gone. Talia, what were you asked to hide?
I
then,
will let
if
me
you
just
didn't know anything
confirm
about
in that screen recording she wasn't talking about the essay. She spoke about the essay after that.
Yeah, so
what she
before
was
that-
speaking about was all the stuff that he had done.
In
and then
general,
said
like
that,
I used
all right?
to be I used to be really nasty to Darren. I just wouldn't tolerate him at all. So Ricky was like, can you please, like, he's disabled, you know, we don't know how long he's got. Can you please just stop? So I was kind of made to just not.
But Talia, Ricky said this morning that he's just had a stroke and he's in a wheelchair and basically that's what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
And that was
Well,
on my life.
he's got he's got Newman's disease. We all know this. He's not just had a stroke. He's got
Well, that's
Newman's
on my
disease.
life. I'm only saying what Ricky said. I'm not
No,
saying
yeah.
nothing.
And I don't really know. Like I've said, I don't really know too much about the disease. To be fair, like I said, he's had a stroke. He's had the chance to get rehabilitated, and he didn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
He didn't. He stopped going to physio.
The physio, he's told him that he'd be walking again and he'd be moving, but he just decided not to go. He didn't want to do it. But that's got nothing to do with that. I'm saying is right. If it was anybody else, I would have said, "Am I wrong to keep that back and go live with Darren and all that?" You know what I mean? Like I said, I drew away from him. I took it as
Yes,
I'll
it
give
was
him
wrong to keep
I'll give
all
him the
that
benefit.
back.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. When he did it, she bent his hand back. He goes, "Oh, it's my bad hand." Do you know what I mean? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Look, but look, obviously when that thing happened, obviously with Nadine, and then he did it to Talia, then obviously I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, do you know what I mean? But I did continue to go live with Darren and do it because I never visited Darren ever again since.
But Nadine
So when
thing
did
was
you fall
before
out with
Talia,
him?
wasn't it?
Pardon?
Was the Nadine thing before Talia or after?
Yeah, the Nadine thing was before Talia.
Before. And then he's
What?
done it to her. I'm sorry if he had a bad
Yeah.
hand or not. And he essayed something belonging to me in front of us. He wouldn't have been able to do it to nobody else.
I'll be honest with you, if you've seen him, Pearl,
In all honesty, hands on heart, Pearl. If he done that to you, and he's tiny, Darren isn't 5 foot nothing. He's about 4 foot. He's tiny.
I don't care. He's had that thought and his head had been laid out. End of.
You would have put. Well, I can't hit someone in a wheelchair. I can't do it. I bent his arm back, but I couldn't.
I'm sorry.
Well, that was still
real,
abuse, bending his hand back.
I'll be real.
I'm
when it
sorry,
comes
I
to
don't
Albion,
care.
I'll be-
Wheelchair, 2 foot tall.
That doesn't
As
give
long
him a
as you're
pass
an
to
adult,
essay
I'll
somebody.
slap
Maybe I
Sorry.
should have punched him up, but I did. It felt
Well, it
wrong.
doesn't give him a pass to essay. He could essay somebody else. You could have stopped it.
He hasn't essayed anybody else.
He essayed you.
We don't know what he's done. We don't.
Touching your one is not essay without your fucking consent. I'm getting out. Go on, bye.
Well, I had a go at him. I bent his arm back, and he's not done it since. So,
Well, exactly.
If he has, we don't know what he's done.
Exactly, that's abuse. Bending his hand back. That's not nice. Clay, so if you've abused him back for essaying you.
well,
Yeah, but hey, Pill, look, you turned around and said, Pill, listen,
I'd
Pill.
have knocked him out. I'd have laid him out.
Pill. Look, calm down. I said, listen, you would have knocked him out. Talia bent his arm back. That's it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
She
She'd still
said
hurt
she
him.
can't hurt a man in a wheelchair.
No, she did. She bent his arm back. That was good.
He's
enough.
got a brain injury, pal. You can't just punch people with brain
kill him.
injuries.
You'd kill
Well, he
him,
wouldn't
Phil.
have said
You'd kill him.
nobody else. Put it
With
that
all
way.
due
Sorry,
respect,
there's no excuse because he's disabled.
And we've never and listen, and no one's ever gone back there since. I kept my distance, but I still spoke to Darren because I give him the benefit of the doubt. Do you know what I mean?
Ricky, you can't sit there and say he's like fucking not complimenters. He may be disabled in
I
his
was a
physical
clever as fuck,
appearance.
man. He's very
Yeah,
quick-witted
but
and clever,
please
Darren is,
don't
yeah.
say that. Please don't say that he's a stupid man. That
No,
there's
he's
something
not a
wrong with
stupid
him
man.
because
He's
he's
not a
far
stupid
fucking
man.
from it. And when I called him out, you all went against me when I called him a dirty little perv. You told me not to call him out, to leave him
We
alone.
regret it. We regret
did,
it. We
I
regret
did,
going
I did.
against Aiden. We
That's one.
regret
I
it
will.
all.
I will throw my hands up there. Luke did call him out, and he was going to do a live with him and say. And I asked Luke not to do it. I said, leave him alone and all that. And Luke said, no, Ricky, I'm not going to let. He's essayed this woman. I'm getting him. And I was like, nah, just leave it. And I.
What made you
and
fall
I
out with him,
believed
Ricky? What made you fall out with him?
I was getting his brother. To be fair, he's got a brother called Luke Thompson who's just literally gone to jail for 10 years. And before
Ricky,
anybody said,
sorry, I'm not. Can let me jump in? Come on, you fetch my family up. You cannot.
No, but you know what it is, Phil. Do you know what it is, Phil?
But that's been public knowledge for fucking time.
Yeah, but
We're
no,
not
but I
responsible for what our families do.
It wasn't just that. It was
Hey,
the
he's a
whole live
stepbrother,
pro
isn't he?
thing.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
but
just-
no
he
face.
was
Listen,
behaving badly and-
go on.
That's
sorry.
what I thought it was over the live pro thing.
Well,
I'll say
Live
it,
Pro,
just
he
think
just
it.
refused to come in Ricky's live, support him. He refused to battle Ricky. He just was so jealous. He didn't want anything to do with Ricky when Ricky was going for Live Pro. So that really put our nose
So
up.
that's where it
And then
all
he-
stemmed from.
Yeah,
It is,
it
yeah,
is.
Pill.
And that was November. That was
it is.
November. So it isn't just because of a fallout, because they fell out in November. Then he started not turning up to battles, and then he started bad mouthing people, and it was just a nightmare. That's where the fallout started from, but not where this all started from.
He's the wrong one, whichever way you look at
I
it.
just want to put out there, guys.
I'm saying,
even
hang
though-
on, quickly, because I've got to
Sorry,
go.
one minute,
Listen,
Rick, so I just want to put out there, sorry, because Darren's not here to defend himself. If Darren does want to
Share the
join
live to
us,
Darren.
I'll make it fair for Darren, turn the comments off, because obviously we're all and it's only fair. If he wants to come in, he can have his say. And I just want to put out there, right, that Darren is not responsible for what his brother did. Just
Exactly.
like we've got family
No,
members.
I'm saying that Darren used to knock around with him. There's a difference if there's a wronging around, you know what I mean, or you know someone, that's different. I'm saying he was knocking around with him. He was around his house.
Defended
I think what the thing is, yeah,
And
Darren's
visited
a
him in
wrong 'un.
prison.
We all know Darren's a wrong 'un, yeah? Everyone knows that, but I think it's the case of people just finding out that obviously you knew, and then you're only coming out of it now because of obviously.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying, no face, right? Listen to what I'm saying.
Darren,
when
get back in.
when Darren grabbed her up, Talia bent his arm back. You know what I mean? And he went, "It's my bad hand." So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, right? He said it was my bad. I gave him the benefit, and I continue to go live with him. But this is not the first thing that's been coming out. A lot of stuff's been coming out from Darren a long time. I have distanced him since Live Pro, and things haven't been the same since then.
So
And
Ricky,
finally-
how did you feel? You know, when your mod come to you with them, this is what you've still never answered us. How did you feel? Why did you not just kick him from the agency then?
You never.
Because-
She was just in the box. You've just got rid of her. She hasn't sent me. All she's shown me, Pill, which is many other women, is him asking to meet her. That's all he said. Can I meet you? Will you come to my house? You know what I mean? That's it. I haven't seen. She hasn't. And you can ask her, get her in the box. That's all she's ever
Beth
sent
said
me.
she's seen pictures and videos and messages from a variety of women.
What she's seen, TJ, is the picture of Darren kissing a woman's bum, and the other video where basically he's trying to force the woman to kiss him, which I've got the video, which I'll play tomorrow on my FYP. That's it. That's what things I've got of Darren. I've got nothing more than that. But they're not good. Do you know what I mean? But there's not something that you can go to the police to and say, "Oh,
It's
look
not
at this."
about the police, I suppose. This is a matter of you knowing
TJ, you're
things.
saying, why have you kept him in the agency trying to make out like we've used him for money and all that?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I do believe a lot of this, I'm being fair here, a lot of this, Darren's behaviour has been swept under the carpet, and it should have, nobody should have been associated with him, whether he's in a wheelchair, whatever, disabled.
Yeah, I
Nobody
agree.
should have
I agree, but
associated.
not for money.
Rickster shouldn't have associated with Darren. if
100%.
it's
Listen,
true.
ladies. Right, I'm gonna do my live tomorrow. Yeah, 100%, Donna. Right, listen, let's just nip this in the bud, right? I'm sick to fucking death of the fallouts with Pearl and you, Donna, and Talia, all screaming at
We're
each
not
other.
friends, just putting that out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, all screaming at each other. I'm just saying I don't want more any animosity, Pearl, to be fair. I don't want it. I'm saying I made wrong decisions, you know what I mean? I did, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit too forgiving sometimes, and I am. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I was wrong to probably say to Talia, don't do that. I'm not the kind of person to speak to the police, you know I'm not. And obviously Talia bent his arm back, and I forgave Darren. I gave him the benefit of the day. But since then, a lot more's happened. You know what I mean? I'll play a little bit of tomorrow, and I'm only doing that is because of his saying, playing messages and saying all this and that. I'm the one who asked him to stay in the agency and told him not to leave because we protected his account and saved it. I thought, you might as well be with me than anybody else because he's still doing these bloody TikToks regardless.
You know, can I give you one
I
piece
wasn't
of
have
advice? Just
somebody
one
in my
piece.
agency.
He's not there now.
that was showing them behaviours.
I know he's not there. He's not there now.
Ricky, can I give you one piece of advice? If you and Tally is like in a relationship like you are, you should speak more, and especially if I thought it was your agency, not joint, Ricky.
But I'd only been with Talia. Don't forget, when they saw this happen, I'd only been with Talia months at the time when she met Darren. I've been with Talia an awful long time.
But
now,
even now, whatever's happening, you should like communicate with her.
No, we do
because she never knows anything that's going on.
Pearl, listen, I've got sometimes, man. I mean, I've got a bit of an heart. This geezer is 5 foot, absolutely nothing, and you do for some reason when someone's got a disability, she seems to forgive him a little bit more. And now I know you being ladies, if he would have touched you probably would have given him a beating, and you would have went to the police. I understand that, but me being me, I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, and I didn't mean it. It was my bad, and I give him the benefit of the doubt. Should I continue to go live with Darren? No, but I've known that guy for 6 years. Don't forget that.
But what I'm not on about Darren, what I'm saying is, in the future, you should, you and Talia communicate more, because every time something happens, she never knows anything about it. And
yeah, well, I didn't know.
The only thing I don't know about is the ladies of the night.
Yeah, exactly. That's, you know what I mean? And
That's him just sending him money. I don't think
But to be fair, what happened before their relationship happened before their relationship. Talia didn't even need to know anyway.
I'm saying since they're together now, they should be speaking more, because it sounds like you just don't talk.
I don't want to know what he does with his money, pal. I'm old.
What are you on about with his money? I'm on about anything to do with the agency. Stop letting your dirty little man go in the gutter.
What are you talking about?
Who mentioned money? I said you two should fucking talk
can you
about
just calm
the
down?
agency and who's
Pearl,
in it.
Pearl, come on.
Your mind
Pearl,
went straight to the gutter, Talia Dean.
Pearl,
I know exactly what goes on with my agency, because I'm the one.
Talia, can you just both calm down and just be mates for 30 seconds?
Shush, Talia.
Just Talia, please. Can you just both be mates?
Ricky, do you find it? Do you understand
Never.
why? Do you understand why it feels weird that after you know everything, that on the 7th of January you still asked him to stay in the agency? Can you see why people? Can you just let me just finish the sentence? Can you understand why it feels weird that after all the things you've known in the past and also what you've recently discovered, that you want to keep him in an agency where you'd have to have that interaction? I'm not saying you, Talia. I'm asking Ricky.
I think Ricky had a love for Darren.
Talia, Ricky can talk for himself.
Don't forget, I was very fond of Darren. You know what I mean? I've known the guy for 6 years. You don't forget that. And I think every one of you's on here, I've seen all the stuff I've done with Darren over the years. And I think No Face, Pearl, and you, Donna, I've seen what I've done for Darren. I've visited him. I've been out clubbing with him.
I said that at the beginning of
I've done all. You know what I mean?
I've
I've supported him. When everyone was going against him in Scotland, I stuck up for him, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. When I first got with Talia and he did that, you know what I mean? I thought, fucking hell, he's only a little disabled guy. It was my bad hand. Should I have continued supporting him? No, I shouldn't have. There's some of the things that I know now that I don't like him messaging women and all that. Yeah, it is. But is he committing crimes, messaging women, asking them to go and see him, and can he pay him to see him? And that, no,
people may consider that creepy, but messaging
it is
women,
creepy. It is creepy.
But it's nothing that no other man doesn't do on the planet, Rickstar.
I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying.
Some of the other stuff that is done, questionable.
Yeah.
But messaging women, having ladies of the night, it's not it's what men do, you know. And women equally.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just being fair here. I'm being fair, but the other stuff, if it's true, it's wrong. But Darren is here. The 7,000 people, is only fair that Darren is allowed in the box, and I'm going to let Darren have his say because I've got to keep it fair. But I do want to hear from Darren. I want to hear what Darren's got to say. So, Rick's to Talia, No Face, is it okay if you drop from the box and I get Darren? Yeah, is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Darren, if you want to join the box and have somebody with you, you're more than welcome, mate. You've been spoken about for the last 2 hours, and we're going to hear what you've got to say. Right, where is he?
Oh my God, it feels like peace for like 10 seconds.
I don't think they're not requesting, guys. They're not requesting, so I can't get them in the box. Mods, if Darren, Choli, or DG wants the box, please let them in the box, guys.
Go on, I'll jump down now, me baby. Thank you for letting me up.
Okay,
and get
thank
your
you,
heart
Carl.
maze in.
Yeah, get them in.
Oh, kick us out, Donna.
Sorry.
Oh,
How peaceful is this?
I know. We just need 10 minutes of not 10 minutes, 10 seconds of peace. But I think you're right. I think it's just the things that have happened over the period, whether some of them are bad, some of them are good. I think the culmination of all of that, I just don't understand why someone would want to keep him in an agency actively when all that stuff has happened. If you've got concerns about him, you don't want to go live with him, but you're happy for him to go live with other people
I
while in your
agree.
agency. It just doesn't make sense.
And as well for me too. Hello, Cholia. Can
Hey,
Cholia,
Cho.
can I just say this as well for me? I'm not sat here and I'm not defending Darren. I've made my point quite clear. I'm being fair where everybody's concerned because I don't like any of them, right? But for me, a lot has been said and we have to go off evidence and proof as well. Remember this, guys, okay? So it can just be hearsay. We need evidence, we need proof because of some of the things that have been said. Hello, Cholie.
Hello, I'm in here because apparently I have a secret agency. Guys, I do not have an agency at all. I would not own an agency. Talia actually knows this because me and Talia have spoke about this previously. I actually get on with Talia. I get on with Darren. I don't want any part in the drama. However, I do not want my name to be brought up. What benefit would I get from having a secret agency? Let me ask you that question. What
There you
benefit would I
go.
get? I wouldn't. I've sent Talia a message so Talia can respond. She's got me on WhatsApp. She's spoke to me previously before. I've tried to help her out. Talia's right in the fact that an agency should not approach Darren because that is against the guidelines. So I get why Talia is angry about that if somebody has. However,
She has
I
put in
have
the
not
chat.
been
She
able-
doesn't. I was mistaken. So Talia just put that in the chat.
Talia, if you want to request the box to speak to Cholie, you can. Sorry, Cholie.
No, I appreciate it. I'm just not having, there's no need for my name to even be brought up. I'm not involved in it. I wish that they could just make friends because if I'm honest with you, it looks as if Darren is actually missing Ricky. I don't know if they will ever make it up. I hope that they do, but I just don't want my name being involved in it. I'm away in Thailand trying to live my life, guys. Just, you don't have to bring me up. Let me
Good old drama talk, eh, Cholie?
I know. The only drama I want is getting attacked by elephants. Not this. But if Talia's apologised, that's good enough for me. I just don't want any involvement. I hope that they all make up and become friends.
Yeah, she
and
did
while
just
I'm in
put
here,
that in the
guys,
chat, though.
she did, perfect. While I'm in here, I'm clout chasing. Follow this account, please. I have a new business that's just coming out next month. Love you all. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Cholie. Enjoy Thailand and the elephants.
Thank you. Lots of love. Goodbye.
Bye, darling.
Wow. So are you still sharing videos? Are you still sharing the rest of the videos, or?
Luke's going to go live now, so we'll all go over to Luke's and see what Luke's got to say. But like I say, if Darren is here, I would like him to have his say. It's only fair. I don't know if Rickster, Talia and everybody else is going to, make friends after all of this. Myself personally, I just feel like it was kind of like if this stuff really has happened, it shouldn't have been covered up or kept secret, whether someone's disabled or not. It doesn't give them the right to go around and do what they do. However, we need receipts and we need proof of not the essay, I'm not saying that, but other things Darren's been accused of, because without that, it's just hearsay. So what do you say, TJ?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think you need to have some sort of evidence in that. But, people asking for evidence of essay and, what each person would do on that, that can't happen.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Right. I don't think.
Hello, Miss
Oh,
Red.
Levi.
You got me banned.
How?
Can you put me big screen? I'll show you. Look. Someone's claiming on your behalf. Hold on, bear with. There's
Yeah,
someone out
I
there
did it,
claiming on your
Levi. I
behalf.
claimed on Miss Red's behalf because
Excuse
you are on your own live and you're in other boxes. Out.
So you looked on him on teeth.
Oh, well, I've got someone working on my behalf. I do apologise about that, Levi.
I lost all my money.
No, you haven't.
Well, I'm on account one now. Any more one, I get permaban now.
No, that's nothing to do with
No,
me,
I
Levi.
know. But
Whoever
like,
did
someone,
that shouldn't have done it.
it's not. People are not trademarked. You can you can report it and claim on people's behalf. So it's kind of dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nothing to do with me, Levi. I wouldn't do that to you, mate.
It's all good, but yeah, I got taken.
Yeah, I don't mind you. You have my permission to come to play my videos night and day, mate.
Like, can someone say me that screen recorder? Like, I'm sure I
Stay
can
banned,
put it
Levi.
the appeal.
All right, thank you, Levi.
Thank you. Bye.
Justice for Levi, guys.
Right, I'll let you crack on.
I have
Dom.
not sent people out reporting on my behalf.
Yes, she has. She told me to do it earlier.
I want to be on the FYP. I fucking love it.
You're going to be on it today.
Thank
Right,
you,
see you
TJ.
later. Bye.
Right, guys, there's 6,000 people in the room. Please make sure that you